What's up gamers, it's me, Pink Sheep, and I have been held captive by this random pickle rocket jump. Frick. Okay, now make sure you have enough brain cells to understand this video, since the information I am about to give you is way more intellectual than any how to cat spam video. Most how to cat spam videos only show weapon combinations, but they never really talk about the delay mechanics themselves. There are 3 traits a weapon can have in Pixel Gun 3D: delay output, delay input, and fixed delay. A weapon can either have delay output or delay input, or both, or they can have the fixed delay trait, or they can have none of these. Delay output weapons are weapons that have delay animations. Examples would be Storm and Firefighter. Delay input weapons are the ones that gives delay to delay output weapons. These are the weapons that causes delay animations on delay output weapons. As previously mentioned, there are also weapons that are both output and input. They have delay animations and they also give delays to other delay output weapons. We'll be calling these delay weapons. Prime example of these would be Exterminator and Reflector. You may already guessed what fixed delay weapons are, but basically they are weapons that always have a triggered delay animation whenever they are pulled out. If you're trying to cat spam, then it's best to avoid using these weapons. What even the frick is this script? No one would understand this biased made up information. LOL nerd LMAOXD. Holy Jesus. Cat spamming is all about avoiding and bypassing delay. To avoid delay, we will look at delay input weapons. To negate the delay that are produced by these weapons, we will need to switch to weapons that don't have the delay output trait after we fire them. Basically, delay input only weapons and non-delay weapons. You can see here, Exterminator to Heavy Sniper Rifle does not have delay. This is because even though the Exterminator gives delay to other weapons, Heavy Sniper Rifle is a delay input only weapon and therefore doesn't have a delay animation. It basically ignores delay from other weapons. This is the same for non-delay weapons such as Necklace of the Ice King. But the difference is, since Heavy Sniper Rifle still acts as a delay input, it still gives delay to other weapons unlike the Necklace. Of course, the best solution to avoiding delay is to use non-delay weapons. But the thing is, usually delay weapons perform better for cat spamming than non-delay weapons damage-wise. Because of this, using a loadout that is all non-delay weapons usually isn't the best idea, so we ought to put some delay weapons into the mix. Non-delay weapons underperform best in sniper and primary category. Yes, I'm saying that Sniper XL to dual anger combo is way better than the Liquidator to Exterminator combo. Using one-shot headshot snipers is the way to go and will be, since if the first shot is a headshot, then your enemy instantly gets reduced to a times. Okay, now primary talk. You may think that using the Undertaker over Ultimatum or Viking is worth it, since the Undertaker is a non-delay weapon. Trust me, using Ultimatum or Viking is way worth it. The non-delay shotguns literally do no damage compared to these two. These two are the only primary shotguns that lives up to what shotguns are supposed to do, being good at close range. Now if your loadout has at least 2 delay weapons just like mine for example, you should never switch from a delay weapon to another delay weapon. Instead, switch to a non-delay weapon first, then switch to your next delay weapon. So basically, if you are cat spamming, you should never do delay to delay weapon. You have to use non-delay weapon between. Prime example would be Sniper to a non-delay special to Exterminator, Sniper to non-delay backup to Reflector, and a habit of mine, Sniper to Heavy to delay primary. By the way, remember that all heavies are non-delay weapons with the exception of some of them being fixed delay weapons. Keep in mind that heavies are pretty much useless in long-range combat. Of course, Dark Mage Wand is an exception. There is a technique you can do to switch from delay weapon to delay weapon without delay. It's known by most people as melee switching. Though it's not like you can only do it with melee weapons, you can do it with pretty much any non-delay weapon. This also works with delay input weapons. Yes, you can melee switch with Heavy Sniper Rifle. How it works: after firing a delay weapon, you quickly switch to your non-delay weapon, then before it pulls up, switch to your other delay weapon. Note that you have to time this correctly. Too fast and it will not work. Too slow and you'll waste time. This is literally the same as reading physics in school.
Boy, if you don't get
Now you may also ask, but Bridger the player can just use the exterminator first then fire the liquidator Z1. Now, let me tell you something. You have may noticed that YouTubers like Esoteric Rest in Peace or even Ender Droid X do this thing where when they fire their sniper, their joystick goes immediately to the center. This is because they use their left thumb to switch to their secondaries and primaries. Doing this gives less stress to your right hand, and the best part about is that it grants super fast switching from any of these categories to backup or primary. So if you're cat spamming, you should always switch to backup or primary with your left thumb. You can play with 2 fingers, 3 fingers, 4 fingers or even more, but I would recommend playing with no more than 3 fingers if you are playing on a smartphone. People that play with 2 fingers take advantage of when a weapon is being pulled out. Basically they immediately hold the fire button, then aim at the enemy when their weapon is being pulled out. People who are good at this method have really fast thumbs and it looks amazingly impressive. I'll rank weapons that are good for cat spamming for every category. Note that these might not be fully based on facts and this is just my opinion. Let's start with primaries. Obviously we have ultimatum and Viking at the top. When cat spamming, they're best used for one-shotting people at close range and finishing off low HP enemies. If you prefer Viking over the ultimatum purely because it gives shorter delay to other weapons, then you are missing out the point of cat spamming in the first place. By now you should know how to bypass the delay, and in the end, ultimatum's slow fire rate wouldn't make much of a difference. Echo Dial Rifle is surprisingly good and can finish off enemies hit with a sniper, which is pretty lit, not gonna lie. For secondaries I only see 2 options: Exterminator, or Ritual Revolvers or Dual Anger. Using Ritual Revolvers or Dual Anger allows the ability to switch from sniper to backup without lag, and yes, they both finish off enemies that are hit by sniper body shots with 1 shot. And I just want to mention that there isn't any reason to use Alien Blaster over the Exterminator because Alien Blaster doesn't one-shot headshot and also is a delay weapon like the Exterminator. You should always use an 85 mobility melee. A tip I haven't mentioned is to always hold your melee weapon when you are not targeting anyone. This gives you faster mobility and in most of the time can act as a non-delay weapon without you noticing. With that being mentioned, avoid using fixed delay melees like Candy Axe or Werewolf Paws. Oh, and there's also Sword of Shadows. Since both Reflector and Poison Darts got nerfed, Necklace of the Ice King is the best option. After the nerf, these 3 deal the same amount of damage, so it's not worth using a delay weapon for your special, and Poison Dart's hit scan is a bit delayed, unlike the necklace which is instant. Snipers. There are a ton to choose from, but Sniper X O'Cleary is the best sniper at the moment. High capacity and fast fire rate. In 3rd place we have the Overseer for its 10 ammo capacity, also X-Ray. I gotta say that the antivirus is pretty underrated. It's a ricochet sniper that one-shot headshots. And that's quite rare these days since laser bow and alien sniper rifle got nerfed. Black Hole literally leaves the enemy with around 40% HP direct hit. Bonus, you can rocket jump with it, but of course you can't get headshots with it. Shadow Spell is also an underrated weapon. It's a delay input only weapon like the heavy sniper and portalium rifle, and it doesn't have the need to reload. By the way, I don't recommend using the inevitability since it has a very limited range. Wait a minute, I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah, the lowest tier, the G tier. What does the G stand for, you ask? It stands for G. Here's the tier list for heavies. Every weapon in this list can be used to rocket jump without taking damage except the destruction system. By the way, Christmas ultimatum one-shots. If only Heart of Volcano still one-shots, I would put it in this list. LMAO, this script is longer than my mom's lecture when I dropped out of middle school, and I don't want to read scripts like this ever again. Don't subscribe to this noob. This guy literally thinks rocket jumping is superior.